Welcome everybody to our Factorio Pyanodons Twitch recap episodes. Yes, we are doing Pyanodons again, and we are doing it over on twitch.tv/BoldViking. But I don't want the YouTube community over here to not get the joy of Pyanodon as well. So I kind of came up with the plan that I want to do Pi on Twitch, but the YouTube sections over here get recap episodes and sometimes special build episodes. And this is pretty much just after we finished our first stream on Pyanodon. And I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna show you all the magnificent things we have done today and what you need to look out for when you play Pi yourself. We're currently at the playtime of about, pretty much 5 hours. The stream was about 5 hours. And we are in Pi. Now, if you do start off thinking about starting a Pi, bring time. Bring a lot of time. Pi is the most convoluted and the most complex mod pack out there. You're gonna have a whole bunch of things you need to do in this one. Also, crafting is annoying. Be prepared to pocket craft a bit. The burner stage is gonna be at least 30 hours long. You're gonna be in burner land for quite a while. And also resources, you will find a metric ton of resources out there. Let's have a look at the map. We have RSO installed. I will attach the save file to this video description so you can use it if you want to play along for yourself. But yes, we got a whole metric ton of resources around us. On our starting area over here alone, we have raw coal, copper ore, aluminum ore, native flora, iron ore, and I think that's it. And stone, yeah, stone. But stone also makes kerogen, which is interesting. Then around us, we got raw borax, we got tin ore, we got antimony ore, we got oil sands, this is iron and copper. We got nickel ore over there, we got titanium ore over there, zinc ore over here, quartz over there, niobium ore is over here, and there is even more out there. This is not even all the ores yet. And then you also got big patches and small patches. You got so much to do in Pyanodons. And how much do you have to do you might ask? Well, let's open up the research tree. And let's just start scrolling down over here. So this is basically the top of the research tree. And I'm just going to slowly scroll down here. And just scroll a little bit further. And then just a little bit further until we reach about the midway point now. And then it goes even further down there and even further down here. And it will not stop. No, we're not at the end yet. Until at some point in time, we reach the final technology, which is all the way at the bottom over here, called the Pyrrhic Victory. Research this technology to win the game. Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost? Well, last time it cost me about 2 years on Twitch. We're also playing with the latest Pi Alternative Energy Mod. The whole mod pack got completely revamped and rebalanced, so there's a whole bunch of new stuff to do in here, and I'm very much looking forward to this. I'm absolutely looking forward to this. I already had a whole bunch of fun with Pi Alien Life, and Pi Alternative Energies brings they basically revamped the whole power generation system. There will be a whole bunch of things we need to look at soon. Let me just zoom out over here a little bit so you can see the tech tree a little bit better. I can't zoom out more, but this is the bottom tech. That's what we need to get. And this is, well, there's a bit to do in here. There's definitely a bit to do there. You can see that there are some gateway technologies over here, like chemical science packs over here and everything else. So they definitely ordered the tech tree a little bit more, but it's still, it's still a big mess. It's a massive mess, but I love it. I love it. That is what Pyanodons is all about. Making big, humongous things. There we go, and we got a little starter base over here. This is, well, pretty much a good starter base after like 5 hours. We got at least science partially automated. We have not automated it over here yet, that we get the plates from over here, and we put them over here in the small block over here automatically. We still feed chests over here and make sure that things run naturally over here. You, for example, you need more iron plates. No, you need more copper plates. There we go. You have these. And make us some more small parts. All of this over here, all the inserters are, well, the inserters not, but everything over here is burner stuff. These are burner assemblers, and you know what's really, really great about playing Pyanodons? Everything that burns makes ash. Absolutely everything. If you have like a burner miner field over here, then for one, you need to fill these machines up with coal. Luckily, they mine coal. But they also make ash, and that ash needs to, well, You need to get it out of these machines because it will back up in here. Now, ash at least stacks up to 1,000. That's good, but it will stack up in here fast. But yes, this over here is at least a very nice mining setup. At least this over here will fully mine the field and will not leave any gaps. We have a little bit of an issue over here with the other mines, for example, on copper and on iron, where we will have a stripe in the middle over here. Actually, the stripe is going to be right over here, where we can't reach. The burner miners over here, they do have a larger area, so they mine an area 4x4. But yeah, we can't really set this up in a way. Well, we can set it up in a way that we don't have that stripe, but then we also lose 50% efficiency. And I would rather just have the stripe over here and then just move the mines over at some point in time. Good! Oh man, Pyanodon. It really takes a while to get to this point. Be prepared for a slow game. Be prepared that we are playing with biters. It might not be a lot of biters. There's like a biter nest over here. There's a couple biters over there. There is a bit of a bite over here, and there's a bit of a bite over there. But we also have expansion on, so they will be creeping up on us. They will definitely be creeping up on us. Now, oof. Pyanodon ore processing is definitely something you want to get into. The first iron plate recipe we get over here. I mean, we're smelting over here classic iron plate, iron ore into iron plate, but it's kind of expensive. We need 8 iron ore to make a single iron plate. The same is true for copper, I think. Let's check up the recipe real quick. The recipe for that is over here. Yes, we need 8 copper ore to make 1 iron plate. That is ludicrous. Now, if you go down the research tree over here, at some point in time, you will get things like advanced iron processing and advanced copper processing and stuff like that. Let's see if I can find it real quick. That's antimony processing, copper processing here. And yeah, you basically take your copper ore and you start either sorting it or crushing it and stuff like that. And then you have like another element you can, or a more refined product you can use to get more copper out of your copper ore. But at the beginning, you're basically stuck with the shit recipes. It's gonna be absolutely annoying. Also, you're gonna make metric tons of ash, as you can see. We got 2 ash processes over here. We take the ash in over here and turn all the ash into coal dust, iron oxide, and zoot. The zoot processing over here is actually pretty nice. The zoot processing over here can turn the zoot into iron ore, copper ore, more ash, aluminum ore, zinc ore, and lead ore. And this is actually a nice way for us to get some lead ore because we do have a bit of an issue. We have no lead ore. At least we have not found any lead ore yet. It could be anywhere, but we will have to find that soon. Good. Now, to make the first science pack, what you need to do is you do need to get some native flora, you need to make some planter boxes, and you need to make some small parts. Small parts are going to be in pretty much everything. Everything you make has a requirement of small parts. And, oh, we can cook lead plates out of lead ore. Good to know. We just needed to unlock the recipe. Good. But yes, everything you make, everything from belts, to basic inserters, to not all chests don't need them at least, but all machines, all complex machines require small parts, and you're gonna need them for pretty much everything. Note that we're not making any circuits yet. We are not even in the stage of making circuits. Circuit production is down here somewhere. There it is. This is going to be the first big thing for us to do. Vacuum tube electronics. And oh boy, if you never played Pi before, be prepared to see what it takes to make the first level of electronics. Where are they? They should be over here somewhere. There they are. Simple circuit boards, also known as green circuits. How do you make a green circuit in Pyanodons? Well, to make 5 green circuits, we need 1 copper zinc battery, we need 5 ceramic capacitors, we need 3 air core inductors, we need 6 high power resistors, we need 1 printed circuit substrate tier 1, we need 3 vacuum tubes, and we need 2 solder. The copper zik batteries we get out of zinc plates, copper plates, cellulose, and saline water. The ceramic capacitors we get out of ceramic and tin plates. The, well, ceramic we get out of coke and clay. There we go, to make that complete. Wait, is there another recipe? Oh, we can also add some salt and we get some more out of it. Perfect. Then, the air core inductors we get out of copper cable and iron sticks, or we get them out of copper cable and ceramics. But this over here is a recipe we can research. Ooh, we get the better one for this. Nice, I love to see that. Then, of course, high power resistors is coke, glass, and tin plates. Oh, glass. Glass is going to be amazing. For glass, we're gonna need these glassworks, and glassworks work on liquid power. Oh yes, Pyanodons use quite a lot of liquid power, which means we need to make some kind of liquid which we can burn. There used to be, there it is. Have not even checked if this over here has changed or not. But a lot of liquids have fuel values, and depending on the fuel value, you need more or less of the liquid. Best example, crude oil has 82.5 kilojoules of energy. Not really a lot, but if you somehow would make it into light oil, then you are getting more or less 10 times the amount of energy. And if you would turn that light oil into something like fuel oil or gasoline, well, gasoline is definitely better than fuel oil, but or things like gasoline, or what's the other thing? Is kerosene still in? Yeah, kerosene. Kerosene is really good. 1.5 megajoules of energy. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. But yes, it's gonna be very, very confusing. At least I like that we can now search in this. Oh, we also get... Wait, is that... I know that icon. Wait, no, that is the classic icon. Never mind. I thought of something else. We also get fuel values for items over here now. That's also very nice to look at. Gases. These are the gases we can vent. Well, we don't really want to vent anything. These are the fluids we can sink. We don't really want to sink anything unless it's really something that we can make for free. Again, I would love to try to not sink anything, but I don't have an issue with sinking stuff that we can get for free. Example, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. Those are pretty easy to make. I have no issue sinking things like that. Good. So what will these episodes contain more? Well, most of it is just a recap, and this one is probably going to be a fairly short recap, as this is more or less the introduction of the Pi series. Once we get into the bigger builds, once we get like out of the starting phase and into the building phase, then I guess the YouTube episodes will be a little bit more intensifying over here, especially in terms we're going to be adding like special build episodes and stuff like that, where we just look at builds and talk about builds to see how they came to be. But this over here is still pretty vanilla, more or less. This is very vanilla. But let's have a look at the mods we have installed. We did actually let's actually go to the main menu. Let's save this game real quick. In the main menu we can look at them better. There we go. The mods. Now, of course, the big brawn of it is the whole Pi block, like Pi Alien Life, Pi Alternative Energy, which is a new one, Pi Core Processing, Pi Fusion Energy, Pi High Tech, Pi Industry, Pi Petroleum Handling, Pi Post Processing. This one is new. This one cleans up the tech tree. Pi Raw Ores, and that's pretty much it. And on top of that, we installed a couple of additional mods just to have a little bit of quality of life. Now, keep in mind, I like to struggle at least a bit in Factorio. You already know that I don't really like to install things like max rate calculator or stuff like that, because I like to calculate. So the things we've installed are mostly mostly things that are making things easy for us. One big one is the beacon rebalance. As I said, actually I didn't see that, I said it on stream. I don't like the way vanilla beacons interact with Pyanodons. Pyanodon builds are absolutely amazing if you can turn them into direct insertion builds. But if you want to make some speedy builds later on in the late game of Pyanodons, then you basically surround them with a grid of beacons, and it all turns into a more grid-based build, and I kind of dislike that. The way Space Exploration or the Beacon Rebalance mod does it is that every factory can only be affected by a single beacon. You do get extra big beacons, so beacons that have like a wider range and hold more modules to compensate for that, but that will allow us to make dedicated builds that are, how to put it, that are more compact, use direct insertion, and just look a little bit more cleaner than having weird grid builds when we have to push stuff around on the belt. Good. Then, blueprint signals over here. This basically allows us to take a blueprint and just turn it into a constant combinator, holding every item in it. Very good one. Blueprint tools made by Rayguard. Absolutely amazing, lad. This is just to put landfill on the blueprints, to flip them, don't flip them. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here, but I mostly use it for landfilling. Copy-paste modules, just to copy-paste modules from a factory into another one. So for example, if you have like a factory with modules in it, you just shift left click and then you shift right click on a similar factory, and it will also copy over the modules. Very, very fun mod. We got deadlocks, stacking belt boxes, and compact loaders. We do want some kind of loader. And I went for deadlocked loaders for this one because these are very UPS friendly. Not to be confused with the other loaders, the mini loaders we had on the previous Pi map. Where are they? That's not how you write mini loaders. There we go. There they are. Mini loaders. Compact and UPS friendly 1x1 loaders. This is a lie. This is a lie. These are not UPS friendly. Absolutely not. Enhanced map colors. This allows us to paint the map in some more colors so that we can see better. Factorio library. This is just, this is more or less the base library made by a whole bunch of mod makers. They all use this one. This is a very, very good one to have at any given time. The factory standard library, that's basically the same as this one, just made by another guy. FNEI, I do like FNEI for its quick search ability. But of course, some of the recipes in Pyanodons are very complicated. And for that, we have also installed Recipe Book just to see the bigger scope of Recipe Book. On the other hand, is a very rich user interface. And it allows you to really dig deep into recipes and give you like a better overview of what you need. But for a quick search, FNEI is better. But I do tend to use both because Pyanodon recipes can become very complicated. Jetpack. Yeah, no questions asked. Jetpack is amazing. Landfill Plus. This allows us to pick up landfill. I do kind of like that because sometimes I want to landfill something for artistic purposes. And if I misclick, yeah, I just want to pick it up again. Milestones. Milestones is fun. This is just giving you an overview when you did what. Prismatic belts. This one is great. This basically turns your belts into a new color and makes them a little bit nicer to look at. I love this one. Prismatic belts. I love the belt colors more in with prismatic belts. Then we got the quality of life research. This is a really fun mod. This is one you can always install, in my opinion. This gives you a couple new researches available in your research tree, where you can get things like inventory size increase, crafting speed increase, walking speed increase, life increase, and I think a couple of others. And they cost a good amount of research, so it's pretty fair in my opinion, and they just upgrade your character as a whole. Realistic decoration cleanup. This basically just takes away all the things on the ground, like little plants when you build around them, so they go away. Love this one. And then, of course, the big one, resource spawner overhaul. I highly recommend installing this one with Pyanodons because you can already see over here in the little picture that with the basic resource spawning algorithm, you will find a lot of these ore fields on top of each other, especially if you have like, how many do we have? Let's have a look at that. Especially if you have, what is that? All of these ore fields, ore types. The basic vanilla ore generation algorithm can't handle these. It will start spawning these on top of each other, in between of each other, over each other. It will make a complete mess of it. RSO at least makes it so that these ore fields spawn next to each other, so that you don't have the issue of having too many mixed fields. I highly recommend installing this. Do read the description of RSO. A default map will probably be fine. You will probably not need to tweak any of these values. Nevertheless, I have attached, or you can take the map string from my save file if you want to use my settings as well. Good! I guess that will be it for the first recap episode. I kind of want to keep these episodes under 20 minutes. Expect more of this soon on the YouTube channel. I'm not quite sure when and how I will be releasing these. There's no real plan. Currently, of course, on the YouTube channel, we are doing K2SE. And that will stay. We will not be canceling that. Don't worry. That will not be cancelled. But also on the Twitch channel, we're also doing Nullius. So we're currently playing 3 Factorio games at the same time. My brain is going to melt. And probably at some point in time, well, we will see about that later. There are still some things to come in the future for Factorio, but we should not talk about them right now. Good! Perfect! So that will be it for today. I hope you liked this little introduction episode. And I'm really looking forward to play Pi again. The last time we played Pyanodons, it took us 2 years on Twitch. It made me Twitch partner, and we're doing it again. We are doing it again. Nevertheless, thank you so much for today. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel into something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BoldViking, where I do even more Factorio, especially here this Pyanodons run. Also, Nullius, and of course on YouTube, K2SE. And next to that, we also do RimWorld. The RimWorld DLC will be out soon, and that will take up some more time. And currently, we're also doing a little bit of XCOM 2. But nevertheless, thank you so much for today. Have an amazing evening. Until next time, see you around!